Hey guys, it's Coach Andrea here. Happy Sanctification Sunday and happy Mother's Day to all the women who mother. And I'm specifically and intentionally saying it that way because I feel like motherhood is not just about giving birth or being involved in the day-to-day raising of someone, but women who mother are women who pour out, who nurture, who give of themselves, be it occasionally, be it aunts, be it sisters, godmothers, all the women who help to shape and mold the life of another human being. You are mothering in those moments. So happy Mother's Day to you. And today I wanted to talk about this idea of reframing, specifically because there's so much grief and pain around Mother's Day. There are those who are without their mothers today. There are those who didn't get fulfill their dream of becoming a mother for whatever reason. There are those who have lost children. Many are separated from their children, especially today, but there are some children who have turned their back on their parents. Um, there are those who have horrible relationships with their mothers. Maybe your mother was abusive, or she wasn't there, or she wasn't who you needed her to be. Whatever it is, I just wanted to talk about reframing moments like this when they seem so huge, so significant because of what the day marks on the calendar. So the first thing I want to say is days like today, although the world makes them an exclamation mark, they really are just another dot on our timeline. It's not these huge days that really matter, but it's what we do in the smaller, seemingly more insignificant days that really make up the sum total of our life. And so I used to get so brokenhearted around how I was or was not celebrated on Mother's Day, and then realize that who I am as a mother is not concluded by what happens to me on Mother's Day. Who I am as a mother and the reflection of my motherhood is in the day-to-day moments that I spend with my kids, is in the day-to-day moments that I spend with my nieces and my nephews or my students or my friends' kids. And so this day no longer represents an exclamation mark for me. It represents just another dot on my timeline. And so as I was reflecting on that and really forgetting, I forgot all the trauma that existed around Mother's Day for me until I could feel it in my body, wasn't sure what was going on. And then I read a post from someone else and I was like, I forgot all this trauma that I had around Mother's Day. And so I read this quote from this book. There's a wonderful book called The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. And in the book, he talks about how we should live our life as if we're dying, because in reality we are. And that it is death that helps us to really appreciate life, because we know that this life is not going to go on forever. And one of the things he says in the book is that it is our attempt to get special moments in life that will make us miss the actual moments in life. So when we hang all our hope, when we hang all of our ideas and our ideology and our thoughts of what this one day means, whether it be Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or some other holiday that is just dictated by the calendar, when how we evaluate ourselves is wrapped up in those days, then we will miss the moments that happen all day, every day. And so this is the nature of reframing, is taking something that's maybe painful or hard and actually looking at it from a different perspective. And so while today is celebrated and it's a day to celebrate mothers, mothers who feel celebrated and appreciated all year long don't even mind skipping this day. I reached a point where I was like, I don't even really want to go out to eat on Mother's Day because it's so crazy. And people are out, and I mean, we don't even really have that option this year. But when I just appreciated my motherhood in the day to day, these days don't matter. Women who feel celebrated all year long don't get lost or caught up when Valentine's Day comes and goes, because it's not about the one day, but it's about the 364 other days. And so if you're hurting or you're grieving today, specifically if it's around a trauma, maybe betrayal trauma like it was for me, or maybe this is your first Mother's Day as a single mom, or maybe it's your first Mother's Day, where you didn't get what you thought you would, or you weren't celebrated in a way that you thought you would, or maybe it's your 10th Mother's Day where that's been your reality. I want to offer you that different perspective, that our attempt to get special moments in life will make us miss the actual moments in life. We have to learn how to live in the day today, to celebrate in the day today, to appreciate the day today. It tells us in Zechariah 4 not to despise small beginnings, because it's all the small little moments that help make up the big significant lifetimes. And so for every woman today, I just want to encourage you to give that gift to yourself, not even putting that expectation on someone else, but to look yourself in the mirror and know that you matter, that you are significant, that you have a contribution to make to this world. And it is not predicated on what you did or didn't get today. It's not decided by the value of your Mother's Day gift or how you were celebrated today on Mother's Day. The value of your life is that God saw fit to bring you into this world to accomplish his purposes. The value of your life is summed up in the fact that God himself breathed life into you. The value of your life is summed up in the fact that you are still here. And if you are still here, that means God still has work for you to do. And so if you are looking for a way to make this day and every day special and significant, I hope that you remember those things. I hope that you remember that you matter, that you are valued, that you are worthy of love and acceptance, and that is not dictated by how other people choose to celebrate you. That's dictated by you looking in the mirror and believing what God has said about you, by believing truth and by walking in it. Hope that ministers to your soul today if you're hurting. Hope that you find encouragement in knowing that every day offers us an opportunity for it to be a special day, and not just these holidays that are celebrated on the calendar. And more than anything, I hope that you remember that you matter. Have a great day, and I will see